Greetings fellow snowflakes. A couple of years ago I did a video called What is Gender? And then a little while later I did a series of videos called What is Gender Revisited. I've had a significant break from making YouTube videos recently, and I've also done a lot of developing with regards to my own gender journey, my own self-understanding and my ideas and philosophy about gender itself over the last year or so. Now it occurs to me that the best way of expressing how I feel and think about gender, and the best way to communicate it clearly to others, is actually to focus less on what gender is, and instead talk about what gender is not.
I don't need no good advice, I'm already wasted. I don't need some other life cold and complicated. I don't need no Sunday tricks, tea and sympathizing. I don't need no special face to anesthetize me.
So this is a 4-part series, and in part 1 of What Gender Is Not, I'm going to talk about clothing and appearance. Ta-da! So firstly, clothing are manufactured items. Makeup is a manufactured product. These things do not have genders. My t-shirt doesn't go by male or female pronouns, neither do my jeans, my shoes, my foundation and mascara, or even my bra and knickers. These are manufactured items. Clothing isn't male or female. Also, any clothes that a woman wears are, by definition, women's clothes. And any clothes that a man wears are, by definition, men's clothes. No matter what part of the shop you bought them in. We are not born with clothes or makeup on. And what gender is supposed to wear which clothes is so arbitrary and culturally specific. High heels were originally designed for men. Pink used to be a boy's colour. Various cultures around the world and through history had a fashion for men wearing makeup and having long hair. And taste in clothing seems to be closely linked to personality. Soft, gentle people tend to prefer soft, gentle fabrics, I think, and creative people tend to prefer an attractive range of bright and interesting colours. If personality can vary across the genders and sexes, then it makes sense that taste in clothing will vary too. Making gendered rules about clothing and appearance seems arbitrary, and to be honest, cruel. Maybe we should get away from using gendered language about clothing. Maybe even masculine and feminine are best moved away from. Even though we all know that using terms like masculine and feminine are not referring to the gender of the individual, but rather the style in which they like to express themselves. But still, it is pointing to a gender system, and a binary understanding of how you can express yourself. There are a myriad of styles that get described as masculine, and there are a myriad of styles that get described as feminine. Perhaps we should use names for each of those different styles, but leave the gendered language out of it completely. Because clothes do not define your gender, and everyone should be able to wear what the hell they like. I agree that non-binary is a valid gender identity. In fact, depending upon how this series of videos goes, it might even turn out that agender is the only valid gender identity, really. But no, you are not non-binary just because you like wearing masculine clothes one day and feminine clothes another day. That's got nothing to do with gender identity. That's just clothes. As every butch trans woman, butch cis woman, feminine trans man or feminine cis man would tell you. I do understand that clothing can be designed for certain body shapes. I do also understand that gendered clothing arose because when human beings started wearing clothes, we wanted to still be able to distinguish those who had penises from those who had vaginas for procreation purposes. I also understand that for purely practical reasons, when people first lay eyes on you, they're going to instinctively use visual cues, some biological, some based on your clothes and appearance, when deciding what pronouns to use for you. I understand all of that. But still, clothing is not gender. Clothing is just clothing, and the gendered rules or guidelines we have regarding clothing and cosmetics are just a fairly arbitrary and culturally specific visual code we have invented as a society. We can break or reshape that any way we please, and I strongly believe in the right of the individual to dress however the fuck they want to, no matter how they identify or what set of genitals they happen to own. That's all for now. Remember to like or subscribe if you enjoy my content, and to comment down below if you want to. We're all different, we're all special, snowflakes unite.